Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Francis, it's so good to see you this morning. It's very bright and early. I mean, we're here at the HB Void Deck, which is a fantastic setup for a Singapore podcast. And thank you for doing this.
Oh, you're welcome.
So let's start with the first question. So maybe we let you introduce yourself, Francis.
Okay. My name is Francis Theo. I'm 73 years old. I have retired from my previous job about 12 years ago. So right now I am doing sketching and also some creative work involved with hand.
You're keeping yourself very, very productive.
Yeah, I have to, because otherwise I will go senile.
No, you're far from being senile, I'm sure.
Hope so.
Well, especially when you're doing sketching and creative work, it's active usage of your mind. I think it really helps in keeping yourself, sharp, right?
Yes. I was told that at my age, they think I'm doing some crazy thing. but I told them, I said, at my age, I'm doing something that is very important for three parts of your body. First, your mind is working. Active thinking of new ideas and all these things. Secondly, your eyes begin to see things, because you still need your eyes to look at how things is done and all these things. And thirdly is your hand. So it's the mind and hand coordination. I just want to keep it active that way.
Excellent advice as well. Maybe you were just talking before we started recording some of your history. It'd be lovely to hear, kind of how you went, because you have always been in the creative space, even at work, right?
Yes.
And later on when we see your work, it'd be interesting to have that backdrop. So maybe a brief history of your work experience.
Okay. I finished my army in 1972. From there, I have worked alongside with a lot of creative work. Basically because I like creative job. Other jobs, I'm not keen in it. So my first job was working for a landscape consultant. I work as a landscape artist, which my boss has this concept of what he want to do with the landscape. So he's the mind. I'm his hand. So I just put what he had in his mind. So I just draw it out and show it to him. He says what he want, then he will do some tweaking here and there. So I have to draw elevation drawings. Because you have to show it to client that this is how it's going to look like. Back in the 70s, there's no computer.
You have to hand draw everything, right?
Everything you have to hand draw. If you make a mistake, you have to draw all over again. So that was my first job.
But do you have to actually physically set up the landscape as well? Not just drawing, but actually get involved in the work?
No. I just do the visual part.
Okay. Then there's a team that will go and...
there's a team that will do the planting and all these things. So I just do the visual part. So I spent a couple of years there. Then after that, I went into television work.
That's interesting.
It was a state-owned television called RTS. It's a radio television.
Which
Singapore.
Is today,
they have changed so many names right now, and I have lost touch in between. There was one Singapore Broadcasting Corporation.
SBC.
And now it's called MediaCorp. So I worked there as senior artist, because back then there is no green screen. They have something called CSO, which is color separation of blue. CSO blue. But it's blue color, not green color. That was a little part of it. But before that,
they can overlay two video now, but the blue will show up as a background video.
They can shoot somebody, then just put a blue screen behind, and they have superimpose. But they found that blue is not very good colors, because some
A lot of things are blue.
The eyes are blue, so you can see through the eye background. So the new technology is green background. Okay, back then everything had to be hand drawn. If they want a park scene behind the trees and all these things, so we have to draw some trees and all these things, and they just put behind, and in front of that they will put the actual potted plants to make it three-dimension.
Like three-dimension.
And sometimes they have street scene. They don't go out to shoot. They have
paint the street.
Paint the street scenes as in the background. You see.
Right.
So
you're painting background.
Painting background. Yeah. So after a while, I found it's quite boring because
same.
It's same thing but different day. Then every day you're doing backdrop.
Different backdrop.
Different backdrop. So I find it quite boring. And I found another job which work in a department store.
Right.
That was in the early 80s when I worked with Chit-chat.
So window dressing, all the windows, the Christmas deco, all that.
They call back then they call display artists, but now they have a very big name like visual merchandiser.
And all visual merchandiser.
Visual merchandiser and all that thing. So I spent a couple of years with Tanks and Metro and Guerrilla Lafayette. So my primary job is to think of seasonal display as well as the fortnightly display. When there's a Christmas season, we have to dress out the whole store. How does it look?
The whole year's festivities,
Yes. So I have to do a lot of sketching and drawing and show it to my boss. This is how it's going to look like.
That's why your line is so mature, because you've been sketching your entire life pretty much. Professionally especially.
I have been drawing for work.
Drawing for work.
Not for pressure. So I just draw for what they want. What's my idea and all this, just present to them.
And then the bosses will approve, and then someone else will actually set it up. Were you involved in the setup?
Yes. I'm more in the setting up. Initially, I will let my team to put out the display as what we have planned, but we have to do a lot of tweaking here and there to make it look good, because paper is 2-dimension. So it can't be the 3-dimension. So you have to do a lot of tweaking, lightings, and reposition of the product and all these things.
Understand.
So that's where I get my experience from
the lines,
the 3-dimension and all these things. That's why now you see my work. You can see that my work, they are composition. Very strong composition, because
absolutely. I think composition is very good.
It was all built out throughout these years. That you were not knowingly that this will help you in your sketch. So composition, then line work and all these things, what to emphasize and all these things. So it helps. It helps.
So after the window dressing job, you went on to do in a few places.
After that, I was offered a job in Hong Kong.
What an experience.
It's with duty free.
Maybe you have to note nearer. Sorry. So duty free DFS. That was a big.
DFS working in Hong Kong. So it's like wow, big thing there.
Hong Kong is a nice place, though. I must say.
It was first time working overseas. So you don't know what are the expectation and all these things. To me, it's like a big jump.
Was it a good experience? I'm sure a life experience.
Because I'm working as visual merchandiser as well as store planning, because they keep on expanding the store, then
the layout,
then they have overseas consultants, so we work with them on the store planning, so we give our input what we want. Then they will tell us how the flow is and then the adjacent department what should be next to this department. So I learned a lot of things like store layout, planning, and all these things. So I was there for 3 years. Then again, I was offered a job. This place I have to go. I said Because
where is this?
This is in Bali.
Oh, of course you have to go.
One offer same.
It's like a party town.
Yeah, same type of job, but
right.
at a different environment.
Right.
Because Bali is one place that I say, well, I like to go there and stay. Then, but been to Bali only a few days for holiday.
Yeah, always 3-4 days at most. Yeah.
So I say, you're able to work in Bali and stay there, and the whole family can move there. So
work and play one time.
Yeah.
one place.
Yeah. So
okay. How long were you there?
I was there 7 years. Until
that's a dream job.
Yeah. And a lot of my friends who
come and visit
me and said, "Hey, how is it like working? How is it like working in Bali?" I said, "Oh, it's just like you go for holiday, but you carry your files and
your files. You're working
your work and you bring into your with your office. I say every day is like holiday.
That is so nice.
Yeah.
And after that, you came back to Singapore.
Yeah, I came back to Singapore because of the Asian economic crisis and everything. It's come to a standstill. Business is bad and all these things. So,
I remember those days. Yeah.
Then when I came back to Singapore was in late 1990.
Yeah.
I think 97 or
97, 98. Yeah.
Yes. So when I came back, I said, okay, relocate to Singapore. So I have to take the pace in Singapore because in Bali it's a slower pace. So I said I have to learn to how to slow down, then later pick up the pace and all these things. And I was hang around for about a year, looking for a job and just relax myself and all these things. So prepare myself for a new job. Then I was offered a job with a design build company, Kingsman.
That's a big shop actually.
Yeah.
They do a lot of local contract.
Yeah. So I was the project manager.
Right.
And after that, I found it I'm more inclined to field job. So I say I want to switch over to operation side so that I can follow the team for installation work and all these things, on-site installation, because my boss also believed that my strong point is
getting things done.
My retail experience.
Okay.
And also I had worked in overseas and all these things, so I'm able to communicate with people outside your circle of people that you use. Right. So that's it.
That's a really good, but it gives us a sense. When we look at your work later, you see the maturity of your lines, and as you say, constantly composition depth, right? 3-dimensional sense of your design. It's already in your line from day one.
From day one.
Even before you did urban sketching, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the question about I jump to my first question around materials, right? For you, what are your usual materials that you use? You are a ink. I like your ink work. So clearly, fountain pen is a go-to, right?
I have tried other media, but I found that pencil. I've tried pencil, but it's not practical for my sketchbook because I sketch back to back.
Yeah.
So sometimes the pencil mark smudge here to the other place. Then after a while, you get this blurry effect, which then you get very dirty hand. When you sketch, because I have sweaty palm. So I find pencil is not. It's no good for me.
Yeah.
So I explore into using technical pen, and I find that the lines are very uniform.
Yeah.
It's one line throughout, and you want to change different point size.
Yeah.
So
you're talking about the width of the line.
The width of the line. So I found it's good for line work, but it's not my style of sketching. So I explore into fountain pen. So when I do fountain pen, I like because the nib size. Then by twisting your hand a little bit, you get different variation, and I found that there are so many types of nibs, especially the full-day nib is one of my favorite. I can get different.
You can angle and So you're stuck with fountain pen, more or less.
I'm from there onwards. I do fountain pen as well as ink wash. But when I do ink wash with fountain pen, I like it. But when I explore further with watercolor wash, I find I have to bring extra tools. I have to do more watercolor.
More things.
Yeah, more things.
So you simplify it to just...
yeah, so I'm a lazy person. I just simplify it to just fountain pen.
Yeah, I understand.
Water brush. So...
and that's it, right?
Yeah,
fountain pen, water brush.
Monochrome.
Yeah, you can get away with it, actually. And you can do large pieces as well. Actually,
yes.
Even with that. So you see, I want to tell the audience this. Many people, they want to go and buy many color, buy many. Actually, all you need are the few tools that you...
Yeah. I will show you my tools later.
Yeah, later we'll take a photograph and do we can do a tool walkthrough as well. Yeah. Thanks for sharing about your art material. So the second question is about your kakis, who you sketch with and what are the groups that you associate or you think about your association. Are you involved with any of the watercolor groups? Not really, right?
Yes. They call the watercolor ranger.
The scenic ranger.
Scenic ranger.
The one that sketched on Tuesday in the past.
Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday. Yeah, Tuesday and Thursday.
They're back. Yeah. Okay,
so
scenic rangers. Yeah.
I went with them a couple of times, but because my sketching is fast and I do in watercolor wash. So when the time I finish, I still see some of the artists, they start to draw and and they go back 2 days later, Thursday, to continue. And then they always ask, "Oh, you done?" I said, "Yeah." So they give me a look at so fast. So when I show them what I've done, these are sketches. I said, "Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it's a watercolor or sketches." It's my style. It's my style. So
I'm a sketcher. I'm not a watercolorist anymore. Yeah. So that's also.
So after I went a couple of times with them, I feel that I don't feel comfortable because
they are actually more watercolorists. They are excellent watercolorists.
Excellent. They are very good watercolorists.
They take their time. They actually lay down the traditional layer by layer approach.
Yeah, correct. I'm a very impatient person, so
you're like me.
So I can't sit there and adding the
3 hours.
I just want to get done and go off
and do another one.
Do another one. Yeah. So after that, I slowly I didn't follow them.
Right. They're still ongoing. In fact, I think they're just restarting.
Yeah.
After
so
the COVID.
I also joined Urban Sketcher is one of
course. Urban Sketcher is the big one, right?
Big one. Then the other one, Singapore Sketcher, I show you. So I show you and Singapore Sketcher is that I will see which part they are going to sketch. If they are going to sketch this part, I have been sketching this place for this area for a long time. Then I will join them and all this.
I show you occasionally as well. They mostly do it on Saturday morning now these days, right? Singapore Sketches, the one I run, doesn't really have an event, but Joyce, who runs weekend sketches, put her events there. That's on Sunday.
Talking about Joyce.
Joyce.
I was sketching one day at in the market in Tampines. Then I sketched. Then she came over and said, "Hi, Francis." Hi. I said, "Do I know you?" I said, "Oh, I'm Joy." I said, "Yeah." I said,
finally put a name on the face.
I said, because your profile and your actual person is different. So I said, sorry that I couldn't recognize you. So she was surprised that I sketched there because she also stayed in Tampines.
She's also from the East. So okay, so these are, but I would say that Urban Sketcher is probably the one that brought us together. And you were recalling the first time I met you. I couldn't remember, but you had a very good memory of the Empress Place where we first met. Right? So we should go back and sketch there one day again. That's probably about 11 years ago now.
I think it should be because that was one of my early trip when I joined Urban Sketcher. I think my first one was at Tiong Bahru.
This 2012. I think 2012.
Tiong Bahru was the first
the Urban Sketcher outing, the sketch walk. Right?
Okay. I met some interesting people until today. I still remember who they are and what conversation they had on the first day.
You have very vivid memory, I'll say that, because I can't remember half the things I've said with people like 10 years ago.
My one kid, he said
your memory is so much better than mine.
He said your memory, you should delete some of your files there so that you have more room for more memory coming in.
I don't think that's how it works.
I have a trillion one. maybe.
Yeah, that's not how our memory works. Our memory is limitless one. It's not a storage card.
Yeah, I said no. I still cannot delete all these things because I have to keep in my special cloud.
There's a cloud memory that you can store.
Store your memory.
Okay, so thank you for that. So that's a membership, and I think we have a lot of common membership, right? Because Singapore is actually quite small, and many of the membership, the groups that operates with its own little community and all that, right? Some fun, some are aligned, some are not quite, but you participate in that. So thanks for that. So I talked about material, membership. The third one I usually like to ask is how do you develop your mind or mental development as a sketcher? So for you, right? What was the development, right? What are you working on? Like, do you have theories in your head? Do you have approach, process that you think about? What goes through your head when you're sketching, or even before you start sketching?
When I go sketching, I have something in mind what I want,
composition?
What I'm looking for.
Okay. What's that something?
Yeah, so something is a scene, place, that's something that interests me.
Okay.
Or if I have nothing about that, I just go impromptu. I just go. I have my sketchbook around with me, and I see something nice. I say, hey, I want to sketch this. Then I'll take out. I will find a stool or something to sit down and do sketching. But if I want to really go out, making a sketch trip, I would tell my wife, say, hey, you're going marketing today, right? I'm going to sketch, so you take your time to do your marketing. Right. So give me about an hour or so. Right. Then we meet at this place again.
Right. So she go do her marketing.
So we have a sort of timetable and schedule for her to, so you know,
what time and when come back. And where to meet you.
Yeah. So back to your question
about your mind. What are you thinking?
When I see something that I'm not going to sketch, I first study the place. Right. What I'm going to focus. Right. What I'm going to tell my audience. To show them what I have in mind. So I sometimes have to walk around, look at things, then I see which is the best angle. I will look at the angle. So in my mind, I already compose what I have already. So very quickly, I just take up my paper, my sketchbook, then I start to put in my sketches. And
you can already see in the sketchbook before you start, right?
Yes. I don't know why I'm going to position this basket and this person or this. Sometimes the people move, but I have to wait for them to come back and put them in. Right. But some prominent things is already there. I already lock it there. Right.
So you actually composition. To me, that's composition. Yeah. So mental composition already done. I think I like that. So oftentimes young beginner sketchers they just sketch and then compose later,
then they edit
it doesn't work. Because it doesn't work with the composition, and then the size is wrong.
And also it also contribute to my photography because before I was going to sketching, I took a lot of photographs, travels and all these things. So when you take photograph, you have to think of first thing is composition, then lightings and all these things come next. So
I understand.
That's why when I sketch with some of my fellow sketcher, they always say, hey, how come you and I sit at the same spot but you see different thing? They say you see different thing. You see the same thing, but the way you put it is it's different from mine. I said, that is composition. I said, because I have a photography background, so I already composed something on my mind.
So it's foreground, midground, background, always a 3-4 whatever layers that you can create to create a sense of depth, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So in the sketch, I think it's the same. You need that because it's a visual medium.
Yeah.
You can't
so I share this with a lot of my friends and all these things. I said, first you must learn how to look at things, digest it. Digest it. I mean, how you position this thing, because the thing is there. You can't shift it, but you can shift yourself to get a nice angle and all these things. I said, look at it, digest, then you start to draw. Don't jump into sketch. Then you find
that's very good advice. Look, digest before you start.
Yes, correct.
Right. Thank you for that. Is there anything that you're kind of still working on to improve your skill at the moment?
Right now, I am doing more three-dimensional work.
Okay.
I'm doing a lot of upcycle thing, like using upcycling of milk bottles. How do I make into something else?
So you're getting into sculpture?
Not really sculpture. I just
3D.
3D,
work,
yeah.
Right?
Just I would say that
manipulate the thing.
The thing. Given the size and the restriction, how can I make this thing into another thing like a transformer? No?
Yeah.
So see, that's a challenge.
I just want to say that, as an artist, right, we get bored easily. That's one thing. But we also constantly learn new things, and that's why it is so interesting, because it's about learning, right? To a large extent,
After a while, you get bored, then you try to explore something new and all these things. I also do flower.
No end. I've seen your flower. No end to learning, right?
Yeah, no end to learning. You always can explore something. Even it's an old trade, you can still
refresh it.
You refresh it, yes.
No, thank you for that. So we covered material, membership, mind, the development of it. The next one is motivation now, right? So you've always sketched for work, and now you're sketching for fun. What still motivates you to to draw every day? What motivates you?
What's motivated? I like to look at things. How can I improve on this thing, or how can I turn this thing into something else? Or even though it's a sketch, I say, well, maybe I can do it different style. I will try different style. Maybe I do it with one color. Maybe I just mix it with pencil, color pencil, watercolor, and ink. So I just experiment things. And if I like this particular combination, I will try and improve on it. And try to work a new style.
So you like to experiment. You're a person that just must try. Sounds like that motivates you.
To do it. Itchy finger.
Itchy finger. We all have itchy finger. And then the itchy backside to go around everywhere and explore. Right? You also mentioned that you also like to see new places and sketch new things and so on, right? That also motivates you as well.
Yes. Traveling.
Travel.
Yeah. I like traveling. Because I look at things very different from a lot of people. A lot of people who travel, they like to go to a famous landmark and take picture,
sketch the landmark.
But if I travel, I like to go free and easy. I don't
on your own.
So one, you can have your time, you control your time, and you control where you want to go. You are not restricted by the time limit the tour company give you, and you don't hold up somebody's time. So that's why come back to this is that's why you see a lot of time I sketch alone by myself, because sometimes you sketch too fast, somebody feel humiliated. I so slow, I have to catch up and all these things. So they feel uncomfortable. Sometimes you just have too many people, then there is
your peer pressure to do something in a different way.
So I like to sketch on my own, so I can say in the midst of traveling, I say, I change my mind, I want to sketch you. If I sketch with somebody, I said point A, I have to go to point A. I say, now we change to go to point B, and they might not like, how come you change your mind? So so I have no planning in the sense. I just go, like my wife said, on the journey itself, you can change your mind 3 times. Then you say, I want to drop here. Then you say, no, I think I'll go there.
Actually, you and I are quite similar. So I do have a lot of time when I sketch by myself too.
So, come back to the question of travel sketch, motivation. So, I like to do travel sketches. Travel sketches. Then I would, before I go, I would prepare greedy. I will prepare 2-3 books about. Maybe I will use one only. So I will prepare a few, 2 or 3 sketchbooks. But I already have in mind this one, what I'm going to tell on this story, on this book. This one, what I'm going to do on this book. So I bring that along. So I'm very particular about my sketchbook. When there is a center spread,
that's your main one,
I have a sticker stick before the page. So I was in one of the symposium. One of the artists from America, he asked me, he was flipping. He said, "Hey, I noticed your sketchbook so many sticker in between. Or I said, what is this sticker for? I said, oh, this one is to tell me that the next page will be a double spread. So I want to use that double spread for
a proper spread.
I know to sketch something here. Then I said, I should use the next page for
your stickers to remind you of the spread. Oh, that's a very good tip. I'm going to steal that idea.
So I put sticker onto my sketchbook, so I know the following page will be a double spread, so I can do a
proper spread
without the joint in the center.
Right.
So he said, oh, that's good. I think I'm going to do that.
Yeah. You taught me something here.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you for that. So motivation, travel, and also you kind of, have your own style, right? So in that sense. Okay, so what is your practice? The next one is muscle. Muscle is the development of, like, going to gym, you develop your muscle. So what is your practice? Daily, weekly, or, what's your calendar like for art or sketching?
Every morning we try to do a walk in the estates. We try to cap it at 5,000 more.
Nice.
So instead of taking a bus to this place,
you get your exercise in.
We walk there. We walk there. Then we have breakfast.
Yeah.
Then after we finish, we walk back.
Right.
We do some marketing. Then we walk back. So we do about every day we do about a cap of 5,000 steps and all these things.
Right.
So that's where to keep my leg muscle going.
Right.
Because if I were to do sketching in overseas, there's a lot of walking. So I have to build up my leg muscle.
But what's your art practice though?
Art practice.
Do you sketch every day?
I try to, but sometimes I bring my sketchbook out, but it's not in the mood of sketching, so I just.
But it's there.
It's there. Then you never know because sometimes you just sit down, you're not prepared to do any sketch. Then you see
something
nice
that you
group
really
of
want to
people
sketch.
sit there and have chatting in a coffee shop and all that. So you know that they are going to be there at least for 45 minutes to an hour. So that give you that give you a very good time to plan your sketch.
Right. How much do you normally sketch per sketch? How much time per sketch roughly?
Roughly about 45 to an hour.
It's good. It's too good. Yeah. It's not too long.
Yeah. Because I can't sit for too long because it's hot and humid and all these things. If of course it's aircon, I can stay on for two hours.
That's why I do cafe sketching occasionally. Enjoy the aircon.
My favorite place is the Jewel because it's
the Jewel.
It's aircon and there's a lot.
Not too far from here.
Not too far.
Yeah. So do you on a weekly? Do you like Saturday, Sunday also actively sketch these days, or is there a routine? Because you also have to take care of your grandson. So there's also that.
I don't have a routine.
Okay.
Sketch as I feel when and where I feel like sketching. I do. If I don't feel like sketching, then I would try to do some maintenance work at home, like fixing out something. I'm a handyman.
You need to get your hand.
I get my hand moving.
Done. But I've seen your constant work. You're non-stop actually, pretty much. You could just go on and on and on.
Yeah, I have to.
Okay, right. Thank you for that, Francis. I think maybe the next question is a bit more conceptual, and that is a note to self, If you have the chance to write a little postcard to send back in time, to the time when you started sketching for fun, not sketching for work, right? Urban sketching, maybe 2011, 2012, and you have a small postcard. What would you put in it? What would be the advice to yourself?
The advice to myself. I will think. I will as explore and create.
Explore and create.
You explore something, then you create it.
Right.
To what you have explored. So postcard is quite small, right?
You can't put one.
So it must be straight and sharp. Then just say explore
and then create. I like your advice because explore means before you create, you explore, right? Because you can't create unless you know. Right.
You have to explore first, then you can use your exploration. Then you recreate. Things that what you see, what you explore. To your creation.
Lovely advice. Thank you for that. I think that's a good postcard to send.
Talk about postcard. Many years ago, I like to collect artifact like antique. I'm crazy about hippo. I collect a lot of
hippo.
Big, small, different sizes, different material. So a lot of people ask me, so what advice if I don't want to spend a lot of money and I want to have a unique collection,
right?
I say postcard. So I said, if you go holiday, you buy a postcard, you put a stamp, you send to yourself in whatever country you are. So throughout the years, all these places you've been to, your postcard unique. So when you get older, then you just refresh your memory, look at this postcard, and you say, these are the things. Then you collect 3 things. One, you collect the postcard, the stamp, and the memory.
Yeah, the memory.
Yeah, that's it. You collect. People thought you collect stamp. Yeah, I have. Then you just take out your postcard. You collect anything. Yeah, I collect postcard, different country postcard. Yeah. And I collect memory.
Meaningful.
I see this is something very cheap, and you can do it anywhere. Just go to the country. First thing you go is to buy a postcard. Yeah. Right. Yeah. The thing, go to the post office, get a stamp and send to you. Then by the time you reach home, the postcard is there, waiting for you. Yeah.
Good memory.
Yeah. That's that. I say this is a very good
and cheap
way of collecting something. Well, I don't know how many people follow that. Well, now,
a lot of people do postcards.
Yeah, postcard very hard to find.
I'm not consistent, but I do it every now and then. I send myself from UK or something. Yeah. Oh, thanks for that. So I think we come to the end of the talk segment. We will show a couple of things after that. One is your sketchbook walkthrough. We'll select one and then maybe you go through some of the sketches. And the next one is your sketching kit. So Francis, thank you very much for this chat. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
I hope you enjoyed that. We'll go through and show your work after this.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure.